It's time for a new Ariel, an Ariel for a new generation. The way this movie's being presented as some kind of life-changing event is hilarious to me. It's literally just a throwaway movie, let's be honest. There's a lot of cringe in this movie, and don't tell me there isn't. All you got to do is go listen to that Aquafina song, and you can hear the cringe for yourself. That is one of the worst songs I've ever heard. And I just don't understand why Hollywood and Disney want to make her some huge thing, because it seems like, to me at least, general audiences don't like Aquafina. There's been a lot of backlash, criticism, everything on this movie. And now is the time for the movie to do what it can do. How is it going to perform? The box office opens for this movie this weekend. It comes out tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow will be Thursday previews, and we're finally going to get a chance to see how this movie performs. I predict it'll have a good first weekend. It's already being estimated that the movie's going to bring in $120 million over Memorial Day weekend, and I think that that's very possible. I do think that that's possible. The problem that this movie runs into is second weekend. Second weekend, it's third weekend, it's fourth weekend. For this movie to make money, it needs to have legs, and I don't think it's going to have legs. I could be wrong. Like I said, all of these live-action movies have made $1 billion. So it's really hard to judge how this movie will perform. It does have one problem that I don't think it's going to be able to overcome, and that's Fast X. Fast X isn't doing well here in the States. In North America, it opened to 60 million, 67 million. It's projected to bring in like 30 million this weekend. But internationally, Fast X is kicking ass. That movie's raking in money internationally. And if it stays number one internationally and pushes Little Mermaid down, that could be a problem for Disney, because they do depend on international numbers. If you want to hit $1 billion, you need the world. It's just a fact. You can hit $1 billion with just North America. It is possible, but it's a little bit more rare than it is for you to just make a movie that works worldwide. Will this movie work worldwide? I don't know. Fast X is a big problem for this movie. And then, of course, you have a big movie coming out every week. I think next week is Spider-Verse, and then you have Transformers, and then you've got The Flash. You've also got Pixar's Elemental. Then you've got Indiana Jones. Like, all these movies are cannibalizing each other. Literally, there's a movie, a big box office tentpole every week for the next 4 weeks. I've went over the list several times. Don't forget Mission Impossible is in there too. So it's going to be a packed box office. Disney's Little Mermaid is poised to make a box office splash over Memorial Day weekend. The big budget remake, and that's the problem, big budget remake. A lot of money. Will they make it back? Is projected to earn a mighty $100 million from 4,300 North American theaters in its first 3 days of release, and 120 to 125 million by Monday's Hollywood. So 100 million domestic, and then 25 million internationally. That's the problem this movie runs into, because Fast X, I imagine, is probably going to make 800 million, and a lot of that is going to come from international box office. International box office for that movie is crazy. It doesn't do as well over here, but internationally, those movies kill. Based on those estimates, it'll be the fourth movie and third from Disney this year to clear the 100 million mark in its debut, following the Super Mario Brothers movie. That's not the third from Disney. They got Mario in there. Probably Guardians of the Galaxy is doing good, but they've got Ant-Man and the Wasp in there. That movie failed. That movie lost money. See how they spin that for Disney like this is some big win? Ant-Man and the Wasp lost money. This is another problem. So, I don't know how it's going to perform this weekend, but it's going to be spun as a massive win for Disney, as it always is, even though the critics don't even like it, really. So all the top critics hate it. That's what's funny. So, I don't know. Little Mermaid had a budget close to $250. That means it probably needs to make about $500, $600, $700 million to really make money. So, I don't know. And they talk about it here, Fast X. Fast X is the movie's biggest competition. It will take the domestic box office. However, internationally, I'm not so sure. Movie made $271 million internationally as of right now. So how do they top that? I think Fast X crushes Little Mermaid internationally. I do. Domestically, it's gonna bounce up, but how much domestic? How many times are people going to go see this movie domestically? Because for a movie, like I've said, to do really well, people need to see it multiple times. Are people going to go see this movie multiple times? That's the question. That is the question. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I am eagerly awaiting the results of this. I'm really curious to see how this film performs. It could bomb, but it could also do really good. These live action movies, they've all made money. So we'll see. We shall see. Anyway, comment below. What do you think it's going to do? Let me know what you think it'll do this weekend. What do you think it'll do long term? What do you think the box office haul for this movie is? Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.